We have another cracking heat on our hands, Flick. Hiroto Ohhara, who's been on form this whole event. First, a young upstart from Lennox, Mikey McDonagh. It's going to be another cracker, an all-natural footer affair, as it is just non-stop action out behind the rock, Flick.
Yeah, that last heat was super exciting. I mean, both boys really in form all event, but...
Welcome back to the Bonsoy Gold Coast Pro, presented by GWM, and much like the prior heat, we're not going to wait around to get this thing underway. It's the man in blue from Lennox Head, Mikey McDonagh, getting this heat underway. He had a quick start, just a 0.5, and now this is his second ride. This is live action as he brings this one through to the inside. Not a whole lot through the middle part of this wave. He's definitely got more to give, and I know he'll be looking to give it in this heat as we get a great aerial view of the lineup here. It'll be Hiroto Ohhara just taking off on the edge of the keyhole. Hiroto's been explosive out of the top this whole event as he goes directly up into the lip and gets absolutely detonated. You could tell that wave had a nice steep face on it, and Hiroto did not muck around.
Wow. Well, look, I kind of jinxed him, didn't I?
No. That is just classic Hiroto right there. It's 10s or 2s always with him. There is no in-between for Hiroto. He's either going for it or he's not.
Yeah, you could see in this one he knew exactly what he eyed this off down the line, saw that it had this huge wall. It starts to hit the bank, and he went so critical on that turn. But yeah, this wave was just beautiful, and he just... This turn...
He's going to look like he's in the tube from this angle. He just turned up into the pit. Wow, just like a degree. Definitely some points left on that wave for young Hiroto. But like I said, he's made it this far swinging for the fences. I don't think he's about to stop now. Young Mikey McDonagh up and riding. It's time for his turn to get on the board. Beautiful first opening swoop there in the lip. That was a nice carve. I know he'd be fired up to see Dakota get through that last heat as he strings together a couple of nice vertical snaps in the lip there. A set-up carve on this wave. Another arcing manoeuvre. It's pretty easy to tell who that young man was influenced by as a young Grom growing up.
And here we go, let's break it down. So, takes off here. Beautiful style there, arcing cuffs, so tight in the pocket. He gets a jab in the lip there, actually, so he does get a couple of moments to get critical. But this is going to be a really nice score. And obviously would have loved a bigger finish, but you know what? At this stage in the heat, great score. And this turn here, I mean, how tight did he give it right in the pocket there? I mean, that board is looking great underneath his feet. It just looks like it's really conducive to these sort of conditions today. Yeah, absolutely.
We've seen the DHD logo on top of this podium many a times over the years under Mick Fanning and Stephanie Gilmore's feet. Even Matt Wilkins.
No, so I'm really, here we go, mate. Mikey already.
Mikey McDonagh out behind the rock here. He's seen something in this wave down the line because there's not a tube to start. A beautiful snapping turn in the lip there. Another one to back that up. He's certainly made his intentions clear in this heat. He's had a couple of really close ones to make it this far, as you mentioned, Flick. And he wants to put some good scores on the board early in this heat and get his campaign really underway as he would like at this event. He just can't put the finishing touches on that one. But while we wait for the replay of that wave, Flick, and maybe some more action in this heat, more on that later as we have Hiroto Ohhara up and riding now. Plenty of speed down the line. Massive turn out of the lip, and he pulls it together right in Mikey McDonagh's face. That was next level. I sort of mentioned it earlier. He's got one gear, and there's no point in doing anything in between because it just for him, you know, it's not true to his technique and, you know, ambitions. Like, he's just that's it. That's Hiroto.
Let's just break this down first before I get into that point. But this here, I mean, big section, big turn. Just, I don't even know. He must have been hanging on by his toes there. That was really well done. Great core strength. Wow. And, but look, you know, I love the approach of 10 or 2s. I really appreciate it. Out of anything, I love to see it. I want someone to go so hard that they're either going to get a 10 or they're going to get a 2. But there's also the argument of that's not good competition surfing because, you know, you could go out there and get 2 6s and still get through, but out the back.
Mikey McDonagh behind in the pit. Beautiful tube there for young Mike. He'll be stoked with that wave, Flick.
Yeah, beautiful layback hack in the lip. Comes around this section. He's looking for this one to stand up a bit more. Gets a little fin throw there. This one's shaping up to be a really nice wave down the line. It's standing up, it's hitting the bank. Big layback hack there. He's going to like that one, you can tell. Sort of a no-claim claim there.
Oh, that was a big shoulder claim, and rightly so. Thanks the crowd, thanks the everyone watching online, it's just every surfer's dream, right? You sit there all day warming up going, man, I just hope I get tubed behind the rock. And he did, as we catch up on a few replays here, Flick.
Yeah, this is Hiroto. Goes straight up into the lip there. He's pretty late for that turn. Wow. Just beautiful fade there coming up into this section. Great read. I love it. I mean, fading out here is a bit of a dangerous manoeuvre when it's a down-the-line point break. But he just had such a good read, and this wave really allowed him to do that. Sort of probably not standing up how he would want it on this inside here. And out the back, Mikey. So big carve there for him. Followed by another layback jam. He's looking solid on his board right now.
Third turn was really nice.
Wow. 2 big snaps in the lip. Bringing it around here. I think Bronte, 9-point ride on the backhand. I mean, it's possible. But I think bite-sized chunks, 2 scores would be easier.
I mean, this man on screen here, Mikey McDonagh, has shown him how it can be done. A 7 on his last ride and a 7.6 prior to that. So there is 2 best scores, and he's absolutely teeing off on this wave to start it off. 3 huge manoeuvres as he brings this one through the inside. A big finner to finish. You mentioned earlier, Flick, he's looking solid, and he is looking locked in for sure as he looks to bank another solid ride.
Yeah, once again, beautiful surfing.
As the replay comes through here, Flick.
Yeah. So here we go, carving manoeuvre. This one here, finner in a really critical section. Just glides across the lip. And another layback jam for variety there. Brings it through the inside small, but he gets a beautiful fin ditch there at the end. So yeah, you can just see it.
He sees this one off the edge there. He's going to come around the section on this opening ride. He's not scared of a foam climb, but it is definitely one of the most high-risk, low-reward turns in surfing, and that's why. Looks to take a wave here, another wave. He just lost priority, and he is going to opt to pick off this wave a little wider and just keep the fun rolling, Flick. Why wouldn't you? I don't think he's too worried about the competition of it at this point. Hiroto in the pit, on the tail, trying to slow down. He comes out, and he wants more action. Beautiful stall there, goes again. Comes out with a bit of whitewash over his head. And he'll try and get down this double up here. This thing could go full 3 degrees. Wow, that's such a fun wave to be on as he looks to bring it through the inside. He will need to get on the rail, though, if he really wants to add some points, because none of those tubes were sort of mirroring what we saw already this morning, and unfortunately comes down at the end. I mean, needless to say, I still think that'll be his best ride, Felicity.
Here we go. Let's have a look. Stalls super hard on the tail there. You can see he's dragging his arms to maximise that barrel time. He even does a couple of kick stalls there to really maximise his second tube. Got a bit caught there coming out. Goes to the rail, gets a little bonus section, jumps down into this. And there we go. He's moved his feet up the front of the board. But yeah, fun in a free surf. You're absolutely styling. Wave of the day, probably.
Oh,
but,
you go absolute wave of the year.
Yeah. But as a competitor in a Challenger Series event,
enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
I will. You too, mate. We've got a couple of cracking heats coming up, and that Fisher and Friends heat just keeps getting better and better. More surfers added by the second.
Indeed. I know a few people that are going to try and add themselves, that's for sure. As we have it, the results are official. Mikey McDonagh gets one over Hiroto Ohhara, and Mikey McDonagh will be ecstatic. He's had a string of nights through his young career, but getting into the quarterfinals here